So I'm picking up on this sadness running in the background. It is feeling connected to a masculine or group of masculines. There's some pain connected to the back right side of the heart. Of course, if you're a feminine feeling this, you may be feeling it for your internal masculine. I don't know why I just picked up the Priestess of Light deck. We're just going to go into it because it's been sort of just like I said, running in the background. I know that it's not me. I can very much feel that it is an essence, potentially collective. So let's see. Bright heart, light, open connections. It's bringing me to the message yesterday, but also to what we opened up deeper over on Patreon and YouTube memberships. I forgot to tell you guys I did activate YouTube memberships for any of you that want to check that out. Um, wow, okay. What's coming to me with this is a recalibration in the heart space. I want to read this, pull some messages on the for the heart space, the shared heart space, the inner heart space. So basically, like internal masculine and feminine, and then the collective masculine and feminine. Okay. I am going to start with the internal masculine and feminine. Oh, wow. They're just showing me this hasn't happened in a long time. Okay. Yeah. I'm getting back in channel mode. I'm gonna pull for the internal energies with the bigger light seer deck and then the collective energies with my smaller deck. Let's just see. Okay. Okay. Wow. All right. So this is about the internal heart space, right? So the first cards are the Knight of Wands and the Four of Wands, which is very fascinating because this card, the Knight of Wands, always makes me think of the Four of Wands. They did come out together because she literally has four wands behind her. This to me is speaking about the syncing up of the internal masculine and feminine. There does really feel to be confirmation about the importance of that internal union. And literally, what I'm seeing right now is like the core soul wound rip, right? That's oftentimes, it could be anywhere, but in multiple places, but a lot of times it was like ripped at the heart. Many feel it in the heart space, almost like if there was a feminine heart and a masculine heart and one got ripped out. And yeah, this is connected to those messages yesterday. It's 11:44 as well. Okay. So this what it's feeling like to me is like where it was ripped, that rip, that core separation rip within you internally from your own essences, your own splits, your own disconnection from source and the earth, from your own aspects that is really deeply harmonizing and syncing up. Like, I just love all this movement, this dance, this energy. This really feels, for those of you who are resonating with this, a very, very deep opening, recalibration of the heart space. Okay. When I'm feeling into this energy, I'm not feeling that sadness I started out with per se. But then over here, we have the Two of Pentacles, which is interesting because for me, at the original initiation, this card spoke to me about like that activation of all of your potential. This is sort of speaking to me about how that was opened and now it's like really harmonizing into the heart space. But I actually feel like there's like a return back to the initial initiation to like recalibrate and check in. Sorry, I had to pop up. Recalibrate and check in with the shift of where your energy is now. right? Like, how far have you come since the beginning of your initiation that your internal union energies are harmonizing to the core of the heart space, which to me is sort of that to me is like that's the temperance point, right? The heart space is the point where everything meets within the physical vessel. Heaven meets down into the heart through the higher chakras. The earth comes up from the lower chakras into the heart. The feminine on the left side, the masculine on the right side, right? You right in the center. So it's like all of those aspects, inner union, the deeper that we get into those internal union energies, you are going to feel that activation more and more and more in your heart. What's coming to me is that there was something planted back at the original initiation, the soul merge, the heart merge, that is moving us into the external messages now. Okay, let's see what we got. If it doesn't come through, I'll see what happens. Okay, let's just see what comes up. I'm guided to pull a couple for the feminine and a couple for the masculine. Okay. So I have the Seven of Wands and the Temperance. Hold on. And then I have the Queen of Swords and the Five of Cups. I just don't know what they're saying to me yet. So excuse me for a moment and just give me a second. I feel like I gotta pick a shaman dream in between. Garden of Venus, rest and renewal. Okay. This is interesting. I almost feel when I talk about the collective, I almost feel like a void space. Like I'm just gonna let the messages flow if they will. So the Seven of Wands and the Temperance, it's coming forward of, well, you know what? I'm not gonna do it separate masculine and feminine. That's kind of what's splitting in my system. I feel like the collectives are working so closely and so mirrored. That's these messages are for both. Okay, this makes sense. This is how I've been feeling lately. It's almost why some of it's been a little bit more wobbly for me to articulate the exact titles because they feel like so deeply crossed over. Okay, yes. So this temperance point, it's like each being in their bubble harmonizing. So it's like as the inner union is harmonizing, it's tempering within the connection points between the collectives. And I know I'm reading this broad for the planetary collectives. Please take it for your situation, however it resonates. Okay. And on the other side, we have the Queen of Swords and the Five of Cups, which is interesting because you have this contemplation of the truth and going deeper into the shadows. So it's sort of like confirmation from what I spoke about yesterday. One is sort of up in the light and one is going down in the shadows. You, as an individual, masculine or feminine, may find that you are vacillating between the two. Okay. There's something, I know we've talked about coming out of hermit mode. But this feels important to acknowledge because this rest and renewal, if you are still finding that you're either being sequestered in hermit mode or wanting to be in hermit mode, trust it. There is a purification happening through this rest and renewal process. It's really a place and space for you to bring in all of the results of what you've been working on. It feels important that you let yourself sort of expand even within the hermit mode. It might sound funny, but it feels like for those of you who are still experiencing hermit mode, it's because there's still expansion that your energy is requiring in the space where you're alone is so that you can drop into who you are, right? Like there's so much more about yourself that you're not realizing in this space. If you can sort of spread your wings, let yourself open. Oh, I just saw like wings popping out of the back of the heart. Okay, that makes sense. Whew, it's like, wow. Okay, I'm seeing this a lot different now. It's like letting your wings sprout and letting yourself land. Be like the tree, right? Let yourself open, let yourself root into the earth and simultaneously expand your wings into the heavens, into the skies, okay? Yes, the two trees in the Garden of Venus. Okay, and she's got all the trees as well. Okay. Anything else that I can bring forward? What was it with that sadness? This went in a different direction than what I thought, but maybe that needed to get called out. How the sadness I feel, oh, okay, it's connected to if you're feeling sadness in your heart, it's where those wings want to spread. It's where those wings want to spread out and expand. Okay. Wow. Again, this went in a different direction than what I thought. Full honesty, what I was feeling earlier was every time I would feel this masculine energy and this sadness and the depression, and I would sort of touch in on it and acknowledge it, I would literally want to like throw up. And I felt that energy last week, in the last couple weeks on and off, and I knew again it wasn't me. And I was wondering if it was in the collective, but it's still sort of lingering around. But again, I was open to that coming through on this message today, and it didn't. So, what I'm going to do, since the masculines seem to really be wanting to go back into kind of their own hermit mode, I'm gonna do a video and I'm gonna post it on YouTube memberships and on Patreon for any of you that want to check that out. I'll put the link in the pinned comment and I'll post it over in the post tab. All right. Well, hope this was helpful. Hope you're having a good day and I'll see you soon. Take care. Much love. Bye.